Boom, we are back, Boondockers. I am so sorry about that. My last live stream I just tried doing, my phone was jacking up and it was completely out of order. I couldn't read the comments, couldn't see nothing. It was acting stupid. Now we're back on. And okay, we already got somebody jumped back on. Perfect. Okay, good. For the people who missed it before, we are talking about the upcoming match with Verum. Okay. And so the person who jumped in, perfect, good deal. See if y'all can drop comments down here so I can read them. Just say hey and let me know who you are, and we'll go from there to make sure my live chat's on and working properly. In fact, I'll go ahead and check that now. Boom. All live chats are visible. Yep. Okay. Cool. Alright. There. Now, we are talking about this fight with Verum. Now, he gave me a date. It is June 29th. That is way too long. That is... Okay. Frederick Young. There you go. Hey, bud. How's your day? My day's actually been... It's been okay. It's still raining like a sumbitch down here in Alabama. It's crazy. But, yeah, we're talking about this fight with Verum. And y'all's opinion, I accepted the terms to go to Washington to fight this man who outweighs me by a ton, who has combat experience and trained to kill people. And he is, when I told him, I'm coming, I'm ready to fucking do this, let's fight, give me a date and time. I put that in the comment. He said, June 29th, that's 6 months. That should give you time to get your shit together. I said, 6 months? I said, dude, that's way too long. And he's like, I'm trying to give you this and that, and this is how you show respect. Okay, in my opinion, Verum is stalling. He is stalling. He is either wanting these 6 months to be able to prepare for this fight with me, who he says he could defeat easily within, what he say, like within the first minute, or wouldn't last the first minute in a cage with him. So first theory is he is wanting to actually train instead of eating McNuggets and shit, and actually prepare for this fight, which could be, I guess, but the dude's got every advantage in the book right now. My second theory is he's waiting for these 6 months to go by and people forget about this whole ordeal, and he can move on and say that he done this and he done that and whatever else. My third theory is he's just scared that somebody who's half his size may accidentally whoop his ass and get $2,000 off of him, because that's what he said. As long as I get a ticket up there, if I win, he's going to pay me $2,000 if I beat him. Okay? So, Stu Bradley actually was willing to donate $100 and to get me a plane ticket out there. And the plane ticket, okay, Frederick, let's see. If he is, this one talking about my screen. I think he's taking it as a serious opponent and he really wants to train, maybe. Okay. Like I said, that's a possibility. It is a possibility that he's really wanting to train, but 6 months' time is a very long time, and supposedly he's been training this entire time because he was going to fight Charlie at some point, right? And as he says, he doesn't even need training to beat me. So a guy who outweighs somebody by literally twice their weight. I mean, I'm not saying Verum's 280 pounds, but he is pretty close. He's a heavyweight. I'm 140-ish. And yes, Frederick says 6 months is a lot. It is way too much time. I'm wanting to do this within the next like month. Month to 2 months tops. The very tops, 2.5 to 3 months, and uh, I'm ready to go. I mean, I'm ready to go up there and let's get this fight started because I got it. My channel's wanting to move in a different direction, and I don't want to spend 6 months like waiting on this pissing contest with Verum. Okay, i I'm done with it. I'm wanting to get in there and win or lose, fight Verum. Okay, and I just don't see why 6 months. Yes, tax season. I got my W-2s in, and everything like that. But a lot of it's going towards, the property and the house and the new baby that we're going to be having and everything else. So my thought process was, since Stu was already offering up, saying he's a stand-up dude, like, hey, I'll pitch in $100. The plane ticket from Birmingham to Seattle is $500. The cheapest I found was around 500 something, and that's through Travelocity or something. And so, okay, so if I set up a GoFundMe and we're able to get to the mark to where we get a plane ticket out there and maybe a night or two stay in a hotel, and it's just gonna be me because I can't carry nobody with me because I'm not gonna ask for that much money, and I'm not asking for money. I'm just saying that if Stu's willing to do that and people are interested in this fight, Frederick, you said you was interested in this fight. Other people are interested in this fight. We don't want to wait 6 months for this fight. I don't want to wait 6 months for this fight. So let's get this fight going. You know, and so if I set up a GoFundMe and we can make that mark, will Verum accept the fight early? I'm wanting to, like I said, within the next month, two tops, 2.5 to 3 months to fight. Okay, preferably the next month. That'd be awesome. So what? This is a Q&A, so y'all are welcome to ask questions. I will answer questions as best I can. Um, but to me, it's a stalling technique. I think I could be wrong, but maybe he's really wanting to get into shape and really try to, really look good in this fight. But as I said before, somebody who's twice a guy's weight and says that I couldn't last 2 seconds against him, why does he need 6 months for that? So what's y'all's opinion on the route I need to take on this? Because I'm wanting to get my new channel, not new channel, but the where I'm going with my channel is a different direction. It's still fighting, it's still doing stuff, but it ain't involving him. But I still want to fight him because of what he said and what he's done, and I just don't like him as a person. So, what do y'all guys think? What do y'all think I should do? Do I need to set up a GoFundMe? And because, like I said, Stu's already said he'd drop 100 right off the bat, and that's a hell of a start. And if all these vermin that follow Verum around wants to see the fight, all they gotta do is chip in $1, and he's got like 278 subscribers, so that's $278. Um, and anybody else that wants to see the fight, a couple bucks here and a couple bucks there, we could get to that mark to where we can make this fight happen very soon, very soon. And do y'all think Verum will accept it if that happens? Because you got to realize, if I go out and get the ticket, it's got to be for a certain date. I can't just refund it, and I get out there and he doesn't show, or he doesn't bring, or he doesn't show with the $2,000 or pay me the $2,000 after I beat them, because that's what I'm planning on doing. Win or lose, I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna try to beat them, and I think I got a good chance at it. And so what do y'all think? There's 4 people on here. What do y'all think is going on with that? Does Verum really want this fight, or is he kind of, uh, I guess, putting on a front and trying to make it look like I want to back out of this? Because I'm done committed. I done said I'm coming up there. I done said that I am going to fight him in an MMA match in a cage. He said he's got all the resources out there: cut man, referee, cage, all that stuff. So why 6 months? And while I'm waiting on that, let's see if y'all guys have any thoughts on that. Y'all can go ahead. Because I'm actually practicing right now for a Pro Tour qualifying match at my LGS for Magic the Gathering. So I'm just sitting here chilling and, talking about this. So, Fred, Ricky, any thoughts on that? Mm-hmm. Gotta make sure the chat's actually on. Okay, there we go. Yep, it is. Let's see, the chat is on. Okay, so I know Frederick is said he is in a loud place, so it's like he's gonna be hard to be able to chime in when he wants to. But anyway, as I said, Verum, I hope you see this, because um, I probably am going to be setting up a GoFundMe, and there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion, because 6 months is way too long, and I want to make this happen as quickly as possible and get this done and over with and get this fight started, because this is what the people want to see. They don't want to see 6 months worth of parody videos or you making fun of me or me yakking my head off and not fighting. They want to see a fight, you know. I mean, people's been wanting to see Charlie's blog get knocked off forever, and Crazy Tempo fucked that up. He had a golden opportunity and he did not capitalize on it. So, me and Verum have bad blood, and this is a fight people would be interested in. It is a David versus Goliath situation, a flyweight, as they call it, which is actually flyweight's 125. I'm more than 125. It's like more like a bantamweight, because I can cut down pretty easily to 135. I just walk around to like 140ish, like 142. So, I mean, this guy is a heavyweight with 4 ounce gloves in an MMA match, and he's wanting to wait 6 months to fight me. Why? I don't get it. I don't want that. I want it as soon as possible. So, what's the deal? Verum, I would love to see you jump on live stream and just explain to these people why 6 months. I'm really hoping you jump on here and do that. But the problem is, I don't think you will. Because in all honesty, Verum, it's a little suspect. If somebody is that prepared and thinks they can run over me in a few seconds or a round, they don't need 6 months worth of preparing to do so. So let's get this thing popping. Let's go within the next month. I mean, shit. I've done everything you asked. You want me to go out there to Washington? Okay, fine. I'm coming to Washington. Let's see. Now we got some chat coming up. Hey, T. Smith's on here. What's up, brother? Frederick says I'm a bit back and forth tonight, so sorry that I'm missing parts. Ain't no problem, Frederick. It's all good. You can go back and watch it and actually just drop your comments down below. T. Smith, what do you think? I'm interested in your thoughts on this. I am going to Washington and I am fighting Verum, but he gave me a 6 month time frame where he wants to fight June 29th or some shit to get my shit together. Like I said, I already got Stu wanting to donate 100 to go towards the plane tickets, and the plane ticket is well over $500, like five something. And then I get out there, I might have to stay in a hotel overnight or 2 nights, and then everything else. And Verum as a professional, because this is turned into Frederick, are you wearing that adorable little sweater? T. Smith, you're going after Frederick right now? Oh, man. No bueno. No good, man. No good. Frederick's cool. T. Smith, he's busting my balls quite a bit, but he's alright. He's alright dude, too. You know, like I said, somebody said you can't take all these trolls to heart, like Joe Coco or some shit like that was talking smack about me on Verum's channel and then on another one. Dude, I thought you couldn't fight because of seizures. I hadn't had a seizure in like 4 years, but I'm not cleared here to fight MMA. You know, because they actually got a commission down here now, and in Alabama back when I was doing it, they didn't have commissions to where literally you can just, like, somebody drops out of a fight, they'll pull somebody out of the back in the same camp and fight in that person's place. I can go to Washington and I don't have to have clearance to fight Verum. We just walk into a gym and say, hey, we're doing an MMA match. As Verum said, he has places that he can go do this, so let's do it, you know. I offered up a street fight, but he says he don't want to do a street fight. So now he wanted an MMA fight, I agreed to it. He also said that if I beat him, I get $2,000. So there we go. All I gotta do is get out there, which I'm coming out there, but I'm not waiting 6 months to do it. So Verum is going to have to come up with a better date, but why wait 6 months? The guy is a heavyweight. I'm 140-ish. He is a trained killer in the Army or Marines or whatever he was in. You know, he's talked all this stuff. Now he's going to have to back it up because it's real now. And this is let's see, T. Smith chimed in. I know that, and truthfully, I'd rather see you train and fight people your own size and experience. T. Smith, I appreciate that, you know, but I mean, I said I was gonna fight Verum, and I ain't backing out of it. I'm not backing out of it this time. I'm not gonna sit there and make excuses or come up with anything to say I'm not. I've talked with my family, and they're cool with the idea. You know, like I said, there's a GoFundMe that you know, I didn't even ask for it. Stu said he'd throw in $100 if I set up a GoFund, and I could get out there on that GoFundMe and be able to fight Verum and win 2K. Yeah, that is a pretty damn good deal to me. Win or lose, you know, either way. I get to go out there and at least to say I confronted. And T. Smith, Frederick says, how did you find out about my adorable sweater? What adorable sweater do you got? I got like this fuzzy one on. It just seems make a big hassle and there's no real upside for either one of you. I guess you got a point, T. Smith, but Verum, as I said, crossed the line, and he continues to put me down and dog me and say that I do not do what I say I'm going to do. So there is an upside for me when I go out there and confront him. There is an upside for me. Now, as far as for him, if he loses to a guy that's 140-ish pounds, that was very bad on him. And T. Smith says, Fred, I used to pick on you on about it when you interviewed Derek the Giant. Okay, that's pretty cool. Didn't know that. But as far as Verum goes, there's probably no upside to it because even if he beats me, and that's a big if, because he is going to have to work on it because he has, like he says, he has no ground game, and he's a power puncher. And his little ball and chin video that he done today, uh, obviously he has no hand-eye coordination, so all I gotta do is avoid a big shot from him. I mean, he's a heavyweight with 4-ounce gloves. I just don't need to get hit in the head by him. You know, yeah, I'm pretty sure he can't throw a high kick. So, I mean, if he beats me, he beat a guy half his size. Woohoo. I go out there and fight him, win or lose. At least I went out there and I fought him and I did what I said I was going to do. So that's what I'm doing. And that's the upside to it. Battery's getting low at 15%, but we're still good people. So I'm going to talk to y'all until it gets down real low, like 2%, and then I'll cut the stream. But so Verum, the 6-month deal is not going to work. I will be getting a ticket before then, hopefully. Like I said, I'll start off with a GoFund, and I'll get that set up probably in the next couple of days or two, and we'll go from there. And if I do get this ticket and you bitch out, that's really going to look bad on you, dude. Really, really going to look bad on you. You know, I don't want to go to Seattle just to see the sights. People want to see a fight. I mean, am I wrong? T. Smith, Frederick, anybody else on here? Do y'all want to see more smack talk, or do y'all want to see an actual fight? Regardless of, you know, if it's, me fighting a guy my size or Verum fighting a guy his size, do y'all want to see Verum Fight Club actually have a fight, or Hurricane.Shane and the Boondock Brawlers actually have a fight? Preferably, I'm pretty sure y'all would like to see a fight. Am I wrong? I mean, y'all would like to see fights instead of smack talk, right? And the parody videos and people making fun of everybody. Let's see. What if you get to Washington and he doesn't even live there, and what the chances he's really gonna pay you $2K if we win? We're all internet buddies. We know nothing about one another for real. That's actually, yeah, I mentioned that before. I think he does live in Washington, or Seattle, Washington, but we don't even know his real name. He hides behind Verum. Like I said, that's like something off of like rat poison brand or something, So I'm hoping that he actually responds, and I'm trying to do this in a real professional way, and that we can somehow draw up, I don't know, contracts or something to where it happens, and it has to happen. And like I said, if I show up there, and that's the whole point of the GoFundMe. If I take money out of my tax money that's going, and I go up there, I'm out the money that I could use to go towards a lot of other shit, and 2K would really help me right now. And let's see, T. Smith, I'm not trying to discourage you guys because it's entertaining, but the chances of anything real going down is pretty slim. And that is why I'm trying to make it happen. I'm really trying to make this happen. Like, I'm tired of all the bullshit with the back and forth, And like you said, it's entertainment, but he crossed that line when he brought in family and my brother and stuff like that. And in all honesty, I just don't like the guy, and it's stuff like Crazy Tempo going after Charlie. He fucked that up. He had a golden opportunity to whoop his ass, and he didn't. So I got a chance to go fight Verum and whoop his ass. So I want to take that opportunity. I want that chance, and he keeps on saying that I lie and I duck and I don't do what I'm saying I want to do. Well, I'm committed 100% right now. 100% committed. So let's see what he has to say about it. I mean, he can continue making video after video about this and that, but do y'all think he's a real fighter? Do you think he's prepared for a real fight? I mean, even as a heavyweight, yeah, one lucky shot and I could go down and that'd be it. But do you think he's willing to take a chance at losing to me? I mean, you know how embarrassing that would be? That'd be probably worse than anything that's happened to Charlie. Is Verum, the All American war hero that's 3-2 in MMA and had years of combat experience and joined the gang when he was 15 years old to survive, gets beat up by a guy half his size. Uh, a toothless hillbilly from Alabama, as he would call it, that lives off food stamps or some shit. So, you know, you're right, it's pretty slim on his part. My part, I'm committed. I am completely committed. And I'm interested to see if people are interested in this happening or if it's just another Charlie show to where people want to poke fun at everybody. I don't want that. I want to fight this guy that's talked all this shit and made fun of me, made fun of my family, and done all this, and I want a chance to punch him in the face. Win or lose, I want that to happen. And plus, the 2K don't hurt. And I know he's got the money because he's flashed it so much. I'm not as well off as he is, apparently, as you can tell. I'm still working on a camper to, just to have to go hunting and shit in. I'm making payments on a trailer that I just got. So, you know, I got a new baby on the way. I mean, I got a lot of shit going on. That's why I don't have time for 6 months of this shit. My channel wants to grow and do something different, and I don't have time to bullshit with Verum. So, I've accepted every term that he's laid out. So, but I'm not going to accept the 6 month time period. I want it to happen sooner. And T. Smith, Fred, Ricky, whoever else is on here, do y'all agree that 6 months? I know Frederick said it's too long. And T. Smith says, if I were you, I wouldn't do it in a cage. That's a huge advantage for a heavyweight versus a smaller guy. Yes, it is. But he won't agree to anything else. I've offered a street fight. I've offered, I think I've offered a boxing match to him, actually, too. But, yeah, a cage fight is a huge disadvantage for me. I mean, 4 ounce gloves on a heavyweight. Takedowns. 260 odd pound man sitting on top of you is a lot. There's no time limit, according to him. We fight until somebody's knocked out or tapped out. So there's no breaks, there's no rounds or anything. That's what that's what he said. So I've accepted all of that. I'm good with it. I tried to offer him a street fight. He literally said, no, I ain't doing it. Even though we could have a cop come out there and watch us have a street fight and us not get in trouble as long as we both agree to it. But he won't do it. So, I mean, I appreciate the fact that you sit there and said that, if you were me, you wouldn't do it. But all this time, people have been sitting there saying that I don't do what I say I'm going to do. This time, I'm doing it. Win, lose, I may be coming back in a damn mess, but I'm going out there and I'm throwing down. So that's what's up. And that 2K that he says he has and that he's got, there's my hair. Yeah, it's hiding underneath that damn hoodie. Looks like a damn cheetah pet growing on my head. But anyway, let me throw that shit back on, cover that back up. But yeah, pass this along to Verum if he does not see this. Like, why? Why 6 months? Are you afraid of this guy? Like, you got every advantage in the book, so why don't you make it earlier? Why don't we make this fight as soon as possible? Let me check how much better. We got 7%. We're good for a little bit longer. So, last thoughts for y'all people. Like I said, this was a Q&A. So, any questions y'all want to ask me, uh, I'll answer them real quick, and we'll go from there. Like I said, I'm game. So let's see. T. Smith said you can find a gym with wrestling mats and agree on a glove size that would be best. That's actually a really smart idea, T. Smith. Um, and there are plenty of gyms to where he's at, and as you said, the glove size that would fit best. It makes sense because, like I said, a heavyweight glove on an MMA and me putting on MMA gloves a little bit different. And yeah, there's a lot of ways we could do this, and Verum is pretty much set in to where he said no negotiations. So I'm pretty sure he's not going to want to negotiate. So I've accepted everything that he said, and I'm coming to Washington, and I'm setting up the GoFund so I can get it done earlier. And once that GoFund is set up and we make that mark and hit that mark, what's going to happen with Verum? What do you think he's going to do? Do y'all think Verum's going to flake out? Or what do y'all think Verum's going to do once he sees this and knows that I accepted this and is not going to wait 6 months and is wanting to do it earlier? Okay, I'm on 5%. But we're still good. We got a little bit of time left, guys. I'm going to give it to 36 minutes, so we got about 3 minutes left. Anything else, guys, y'all want to throw in here? Like I said, to get us back to Verum. Let them know. Let them know what's up. Storm's coming to Washington. So, but it's coming earlier than what he thinks it is. So, is he going to step up? Any more questions from y'all guys at all? I'm willing to answer. Oh, and also for the people new to the channel, wait a minute, we might actually have a question here. Let me read down here. What about finding some spot in the middle of Alabama and Washington? We brought this up before. T. Smith's one that asked the question. We brought this up before, and me and Ricky was talking about like Denver, Tennessee, and some other places, and he would not agree to it. He's not leaving Washington. He said he is not leaving Washington to go anywhere. I have to come to him. 100%. That's what he said. There's no. You can ask him himself. He will not leave Washington. I have to go to him, and that's what I'm doing. So, yeah. So I mean, it's like I'll give it another minute because we're good. But yeah. So I mean, T, you're making very solid points, and all of them, are valid and very smart and make sense. But he is not willing to do it. So maybe some of y'all can start asking him some of these questions, like why, like why are you so afraid of taking on a 140 pounder that you said can't fight for shit? He never fought. It wouldn't last 5 seconds against me. Yada yada this and yada yada that. I mean, is he ready? Is he just scared? Is he doing this for clout? Is he just trying to make a YouTube career out of this, or what? But we're riding up on 36 minutes. People new to the channel, I'm sorry that this is some of the new shit that you got to see, but I got to handle my old stuff before I move on to my new stuff. And Verum is part of this old problem. And once we eradicate that problem, we'll be moving on to bigger and better things. I got a bunch of videos, Boondock Brawlers, and a lot of good fights on them. And it's really fun. A lot of good fighters come out and a lot of good matches. So, and we also talk about a lot of other stuff too. So, we're riding up on the last minute. So, last questions, people. Anybody chiming in? Go ahead. We have 35 seconds left. And in between that 35 seconds left, Verum, I told you, everything gets a return. And this is the return. Yep, it's happening. So, T. Smith says, alright guys, I'm gonna go watch porn. Peace. T. Smith, you always made me laugh, brother. Alright. Well, you go enjoy your porn, buddy. Alright. But yeah, so, Verum, everything has a return. So, what's it gonna be? Let's make it earlier. Because it's gonna happen. Get ready for the storm, because it's coming. Win or lose. And keep that $2,000 ready, because I'll be happy to take it off of you. Until then, guys, peace out. Thank you for joining in on my little live chat. And sorry that it's talking right now, but I'm trying to make this happen as soon as possible. We're going to knuckle up against Verum, hopefully, if he doesn't flake. Until then, guys, peace out. Love all y'all. The trolls and everybody else that I've cut out. Y'all ain't got a voice in this until this is over with. So, once I knock y'all's here off the high horse, then I'll unblock you and we'll see what you got to say. Till then, guys, peace out. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. And, as always, new people, sub on in, because you might actually get to see this fight. And it's going to be interesting. Peace, y'all.